good. Yup. Everybody. On here. Go. How y'all doing today? Hope y'all doing good. Topic today is going to be mindset to health. Mindset to health, man. It'll be a good one. I know y'all up. Catch this podcast or you go to sleep. Put something positive on your mind. Think about it. Mindset to health, baby. Give me a few minutes and I'm going to get it going. I promise. Just sending stuff out. All right. Let's see. I don't even care no more. We doing it. Everybody get it. Everybody getting it. Everybody getting it. Everybody getting it. You up, you getting it. You online, you getting it. I don't care. I'm just to that point, y'all. To that point where it's going down. But yeah, today we talking about mindset to health, y'all. Talking about mindset to health. So we talking about. Just want to make you think. That's what my podcast is for. Positivity, motivation, inspiration, all that good stuff. I think right here is okay. I was gonna change the camera. I think right here is okay. All right, hold on. Ain't done. Ain't done. Right here. Almost done, y'all. Just bear with me. I promise I'm about to get started. I don't see nobody. About to get you. Telling you, boy, anybody I see, I'm coming. Will. I don't know if I have that picture on here or not. Way down. I don't see it. It's cool. I'll just put this one. All right, I'm done, y'all. Let's get it. Oh, snap. Again, today we talking about mindset to health. If you ain't seen the title, if you ain't pay attention to the title, mindset to health. That's what we talking about. All right, guys, give me like 10 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, let's get this thing started. So, first things first. What's going on, y'all? It's Denzel with Etcetera State of Mind podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about mindset to health. Mindset to health. Okay? Mindset to health. If you don't know how I do my podcast, I'm straight off the dome. I don't got nothing written down. I don't got nothing to look at. Like, straight off the dome. Like, whatever I feel, however I'm feeling, like, that's what I'm going to be talking about. But it's always going to be motivational, inspirational, encouraging, all that good stuff, all the good vibes, all the good energy. That's what my podcast is all about. With that said, I'm going to get right into it, man. Mindset to health. First things first, if you are health conscious in any type of way, that's a good thing. If you feel conviction or bad or whatever you call it when you do things that are not so healthy, that's a good thing. And I can continue to go on. The point I'm trying to make is, if you are feeling those type of ways, right? You have to learn how to use those things to your advantage. You have to learn how to use those things to your advantage, right? So, the issue that a lot of people run into is they feel some type of way, like when they do something that's not so healthy, whether it's maybe not walking, or maybe not working out, or maybe that meal wasn't so great, or maybe they drunk too much, or maybe they did whatever, and the thing is like, a lot of times, like, people do that and then they're like, oh, well, I already did it today, so I guess I done messed it up. That's it. I'm gonna keep doing it, or I don't care. And what happens is a lot of times people become emotional eaters, right? And eating emotionally is dangerous in itself. But we go get back to that. Have you ever seen 600 Pound Life or anything like that? But specifically 600 Pound Life. You see these people that are like super obese, super overweight. They're trying to get their life together. They're trying to shake back. And if you watch these episodes and pay attention to these episodes, and I go back and I watch like old episodes of 600 Pound Life, because first of all, it's encouraging. Like, it's encouraging. And I've never been overweight, but it's encouraging to see people like actually get it right. But it's also good to see people like in the midst of like what they're going through, and get a real understanding of like why they keep having the habits that they're having. And me being a trainer, it really helps me understand the mind of somebody, or the mindset of a place I've never been in before, because I've never been obese. So I can't say how that feel and have have the same experiences that an obese person have. But what I can do is I can be empathetic and I can have compassion about how they feel. And I can actively listen so I can create a response and a plan to help them, right? With that said, like, I don't ever want you to feel like you're at a place where you feel like, oh, I can't get this weight off, or oh, I can't look like this. Because you can look at those people who are 600 plus pounds, or almost up there. They go, and yes, they do get surgery done. We're going to come back to that about how I feel about that. They do get surgery done, but they get their surgery done, and they start dropping all this weight. And some people think, oh, well, they start dropping all the weight because of the surgery. But no, if you really pay attention, they start dropping all of that weight because they change their habits, because they change their mindset. And that's why a lot of times, if you go watch you a couple episodes of 600 Pound Life. If you go look, a lot of the times, those people have to go see therapists because they have to talk about their traumas from their childhood and their adulthood and different things that they went through. And if you pay attention, a lot of times those people like lean on those events like a crutch to continue to overeat and continue to have like bad habits, right? They use it as a crutch to hold on to it, and you can't do that to yourself. You don't want to use like what you've been through and like different things as a crutch to be unhealthy, because being healthy is a blessing. If you enjoy living, then imagine living in a healthy body where like not only do you enjoy living, but your body feels good enough to where you can even do more stuff to enjoy your life that much more. Like, it's very possible. It's very possible. I promise it is. I promise it's very possible. So I don't want you to ever feel like you can't lose weight or you can't reach that goal that you want to reach, because you can. That's the first step right there. You got to get out of the mindset of I can't. You have to change your vocabulary. You have to change the way you talk to yourself, and you have to change the way you see yourself, right? Now, I talked about this before in one of my podcasts that was talking about self-love. If you really love yourself completely and you really start doing real self-love, everybody I know who's went on a real self-love journey, not none of that mediocre stuff where you go get your nails done and you go get your hair done and you go get your feet rubbed and you got your little self-care going on. No, I'm talking about like a real self-love journey is ugly. Like, people try to make it look like self-love and recovery is like all fun and bliss and look good. It ain't. Like, real self-love, real recovery from stuff, it's ugly. It's ugly, but it's beautiful at the end when it's all said and done, when you got through the mess. When you got through the mess. It's ugly because we hold on to stuff that we shouldn't hold on to. That's why it's ugly, right? But once we start going through all that mess and getting it out the way, it's like a dirty room. Once you get it out the way, you're like, dang, this thing clean now. It look a whole lot better. Like, it looks roomier, it looks more spacious. You want to be in it more because it's clean, right? And that's the same thing about yourself. When you start really on this self-love adventure with yourself, and really deep dive into self-love, you're going to start to want to clean up your lifestyle, start to want to clean up your mindset. And you also should start to want to clean up your body, because if you love yourself, you should be taking care of yourself. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here dissing anybody that's overweight, so I don't want you to feel like that. And I'm not saying that you can't be overweight, and I'm not saying that you can't, if you're overweight, you can't love yourself. What I'm saying is, everybody that I've known personally who's went on a real self-love journey, they've always like came to me, and I'm talking about people I know personally, came to me and like, man, now like I want to like clean up the way I eat and all of that, because like you want to make sure that like you're taking care of yourself, because taking the weight, what you eat. I've talked about this before. What you eat dictates how you feel. It really does. Like, if you're depressed, you can eat food that makes you more depressed, or you can eat food that makes you happy and feel better. Foods that make you more depressed are usually sweet foods, foods filled with sugar. You know why? Because they spike your insulin up way high. They make you feel good. And then what happens? They come crashing down. But when you're on a good diet and you're eating good foods, fruits, vegetables, seafood, stuff like that, you're eating good foods, what happens is now your hormones are more balanced. And when your hormones are more balanced, guess what that is? Guess what that means? That means you can have more control over your emotions, which means you can choose to be happier even easier. You can always choose to be happier. But when you change your mindset and you change your habits to be more healthy in the way that you eat, it's easier to control your emotions, right? Here's a fun fact, right? People who are overweight have higher levels of estrogen. That's including men and women. Now, women naturally have a higher level of estrogen. That's one reason why y'all are more emotional than men. But if you ever pay attention to people who are overweight, they tend to be a little bit even more emotional than the average person. And it's because, like, when you're overweight, you have higher levels of estrogen. So guess what? When you start losing weight, guess what happens? Like I said, more hormone balance. When you have those high levels of estrogen, it can throw so many things out of whack. And one of those things is the way you think and the way you feel. Your emotions will be all over the place all the time because of that. But when you start losing weight, guess what? It becomes a little bit more easier to be disciplined. It becomes a little bit more to not nag about things you would normally nag about. And then let's be real, man. I haven't met one person who lost weight or who was getting in shape and they was like, ugh, I don't like the way I look, like not for real anyway, they may not be where they want to be yet, but they don't like the fact. What I'm getting at is, like, it's not like they're like, oh, I don't like the fact that I'm getting healthy. Like, I've never ever seen anybody do that. I ain't saying it ain't happening. I've never seen it. Everybody I know who's like changed their lifestyle to become healthier has always been happier on the other side. Always. So you got to change your mindset to really be healthy. That you have to. You have to stop the victim mentality, right? You can't be holding on to things and using it as a crutch of why you overweight. Don't use your kids as a tool not to eat right and not to work out. Because what you could be doing is involving your kids. Okay? And I'm specifically talking to the women when it comes to this, because I've heard many women come to me and be like, oh, I wish my man would get involved and stuff like that. And just like you wish your man would get involved, or maybe you don't have a man and you got kids, like get your kids involved. Get your kids involved. Like, seriously, there's already statistics that when the mother is more active, her kids are happier and healthier because they're going to be more active because you're more active, right? Because a lot of times the mom are, show more affection and stuff like that, and they're around the kids a little bit more. So whatever habits the mom have, a lot of times the kids pick up. So that can be a motivation for you to be healthy. And that's another thing too. You have to find your motivation. But let me say this. Motivation is temporary. Discipline and consistency is what's going to give you the longevity, right? So you find your motivation But when that motivation maybe dies down a little bit or isn't as strong as it was when you first found it, find another motivation. I do it all the time. I've been doing it for years. I've been healthy for a long time, y'all. I've been working out for a long time. I've been eating right for a long time. I always gotta find different motivation to like keep me going, And part of that is seeing people lose weight. When I go and I watch that 600-pound life, like I told you, it's encouraging for me to keep doing what I'm doing because I can help somebody else and I can inspire somebody else. And so find your motivation. It could be your kids. It could be your man or your woman or whoever you're with. It could be them. If you're in a relationship with somebody and maybe you want them to lose a little weight or whatever, work out with them. Encourage them to do it. Like seriously, like work out with them. Like don't bash them and talk about them and do all that. Say you need to go do this. How about be a part of the solution? Don't just be running your mouth because anybody could do that. Anybody can run their mouth. Be about it. Be a part of the solution. Get up and do it with them. Again, mindset to health. You gotta change your mindset. You have to understand that the reason why you're not where you want to be is because you're not where you want to be. Come to that realization, take that self accountability, and then do something about it. Right? Make changes with how make small. You don't have to make, and that's the other thing. People think you got to make these big drastic changes at first. Don't make the big drastic changes. Don't make them like super, super healthy changes that people be trying to do. Believe me, I've trained people. I talk to people all the time about health. I hear some of the craziest things, and I'm like, whoa. Get the easy stuff down pat first. Like, start drinking more water. Do that. Get that down pat. Once you got drinking water down pat for about a week, 2 weeks, and continue to do it, and you've built the discipline to do it, like, and don't use the excuse of, oh, I don't like how water tastes. If you don't like how water tastes, go invest in some good spring water, okay? Invest in some good spring water. Get you some Ozarka. I got some right here. Get you some Ozarka. Get you some good spring water, okay, that you like. Because all water don't taste the same and all water ain't nasty, and you can't make me believe that. Now, what I will say, just as a side note, if you don't like the taste of water, it's because you've been drinking more stuff and your taste buds have gotten used to drinking that. Maybe you drink coffee all the time. Maybe you drink energy drinks all the time. Maybe you drink soda all the time. Maybe you drink tea all the time. Maybe you drink alcohol all the time. Your taste buds has got accustomed to that. So now when you introduce something else like water, your taste buds are sending signals to your brain to be like, ugh. But the good thing is your taste buds can change based on your diet. So if you start to drink more water with the use of a little motivation, inspiration, and discipline, then guess what's going to happen? You go find yourself to be like, you know what? This water is hidden. Like, this water tastes good. For real. So don't use that as an excuse. Don't use that as no excuse. Drink that water. Start with stuff like drinking water. Start with stuff like eating your meals. And, a lot of people say, oh, you got to, do I need to eat 6 meals, 4 meals? How many meals? I start with 3 meals. Because a lot of times, people ain't even getting 3 meals right. You ain't even getting 3 meals, and you talking about some 6. You barely eating 1 meal a day. Barely eating 2. And you talking about, oh, I'm going to get on it. I'm about to get 6 meals. Sit your tail down. Start with 3. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then if you want to add 2 snacks in between breakfast and lunch, and 1 between lunch and dinner, then there you go. Bam. And you can consider that 5 meals. But start with 3 meals and get it on a consistent schedule, 3.5 to 4 hours. 3.5 to 4 hours. That's a sweet spot. Every 3.5 to 4 hours, especially at that 4-hour mark, you should be hungry. And even if you're not hungry, especially in the beginning stages, eat your meal anyway. I'm not saying that you need to overstuff yourself, and I'm not saying that you need to overeat. What you need to do is you need to train your body to be like, okay, I know every 3.5 to 4 hours, I'm about to get some food. And what'll happen is you'll find that your body will be ready to eat at that time. A lot of people think that it takes a long time for you to starve, but it don't take a long time for your body to go into starvation mode. It only takes hours for your body to go in starvation mode. And what that is when you don't eat meals regularly, what happens is your body begins to store your food as fat. I'm gonna explain this to you. Everybody know about bears. I'm sure when you was in elementary school, you heard about bears and you heard what they do during the winter, which is hibernation, right? But what do they do before that? They eat a bunch of food. They get real fat. Go look up videos of bears hibernate. But when they get real big, real fat, real massive, right? And they hibernate for like 3-4 months, sometimes longer, depending on how the weather is and where they at. And then they come out from their cave or wherever they stand, and they be slim. They be slim. And it's because during that whole time they fasted. They wasn't eating nothing. They was fasting. But before that, they ate all this food. They ate all this food, right? And so that they can fast and like it'll come off of them. Anyway, that just shows you how your body will adapt to like your situation, right? So here's the other thing, right? I know I said that the bear ate a lot of food and gained weight, but you can eat a little food and gain weight. And some people don't be like, I just don't understand like how I'm eating one meal a day and I'm gaining weight. Yes, you eat one meal a day and you gaining weight because your body is going in starvation mode, almost how like bears go into hibernation mode, right? Your body is saying, I ate today at 2 p.m. and yesterday I ate at 3 p.m. and the day before that I didn't eat until 7 p.m. and the day before that I ain't eat until 8 p.m. So I need to save this food until I get some new food, and I need to slow my metabolism down, and I need to slow the process of digesting food, and I need to store this food for fat because it may come a time where I don't get a meal all day, and I'm gonna need that fat to eat, like from the bears, okay? Now, I'm not saying stop eating completely, and I'm not saying going on a fast. What I'm saying is, if you're a person that only eats 1 meal, 2 meals a day, stop that. At least get 3 and make it every 4 hours. 3.5 to 4 hours, okay? Stop that 1 meal, 2 meals. Stop that, I ate before work or I ate lunch at work and then, snap, I ain't ate nothing but lunch all day. See, you should always know when you ate and what you ate. If you don't know when you ate and what you ate, start with that first. And look, notice, I'm not even talking about what you eat. I don't care if you go get you some Popeyes on your lunch. What I want you to do is start, and I know that sounds bad, but what I'm trying to get you to see is you need to start creating discipline in those smaller areas. That way, when you start to eat more healthy food, you already have discipline in drinking water. You already have discipline in eating at a certain time or eating your food throughout the day between 3.5 to 4 hours. You already got that down pat. Like you already, doing those small things. Do the small things first. You can start small, especially if you just getting into it. A lot of people, they get overwhelmed because they're trying to do so many healthy things at one time. And then they end up failing because they try to do all these healthy things at one time. And then it's unappealing and it's tiring and it's too much to keep up with, when really you just need to start small, like drink enough water. Then start with eating enough meals throughout the day, minimum 3, and every 3.5 to 4 hours. And then here's another thing: go your tail to sleep. Go to sleep. You need at least minimum 6 hours, but I say 7, minimum 6. Go to sleep and stay asleep. If you go to sleep and you wake up, don't grab your phone. Don't even think about your phone. Close your eyes and go back to sleep. If you saying, I woke up and then I couldn't go back to sleep, I guarantee you woke up, you grabbed your phone, and that bright light got in your face and messed up your sleeping pattern, and bam, now you can't go back to sleep. close your eyes long enough, I promise you'll go back to sleep. Your body need rest, and it will make you go to sleep. Now, if you have some medical condition and stuff like that, I'm not talking about you. That's completely different. But I'm talking about for the people who just up all night just because they up all night. Go to sleep, man. Because the only time your body grows is when you sleep. When a baby grows, they grow when they sleep. You literally grow overnight when you sleep. That's when you grow. You don't grow when you up and your eyes open. You grow overnight. That's why sleep is so important, because that's the time when your body can repair itself. And when your body repairs itself, it grows. When your body recovers itself, it grows. Because all throughout the day, when you up, you just you taking away from your body. You taking energy from your body. You using your muscles. You're losing water from sweat. You using the bathroom. You're doing all this. But when you sleep, you ain't doing nothing except for being in one spot, sleep. And then your body can say, okay, now I'm not digesting food. I'm not thinking too much. I don't have to focus on using my eyes. I don't have to focus on talking. All I got to do is breathe and recover. So go to sleep. Focus on those things. Mindset to health, guys. Mindset to health. Okay? Start with the small things. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it. Tell yourself that you can do it. Believe in yourself. And remember, being healthy is part of self-love, man. It is, okay? And honestly, working out and being healthy gives you more time in life. Like, if you don't ever feel like you're too old, that ain't no excuse. Your age is not an excuse. Like I said, don't use your kids as an excuse. Don't use your job as an excuse. I know people who have kids, they single, and they work in 12-hour shifts, and guess what? They still find time to cook, and they still find time to work out. Okay? Please don't use that as no excuse. Or prioritize yourself by prioritizing your health. Start right here. You have a victim mentality, and you telling yourself that you can't do these things because of such and such and such and such. And all you're doing is lying to yourself. You can do all things. Okay? You can. You can. And you have the time to do it. Because if you're the type of person that's talking about you don't have time to do nothing, I guarantee you got time to get on social media and watch TikTok. I guarantee you got time to get on social media and watch YouTube. I guarantee you got time to catch that show on Netflix. I guarantee you got time to watch that movie. I guarantee you got time to do whatever is wasting your time. Change those time wasters, okay? Because that same hour that you took to watch that episode, while you was watching that episode, guess what you could have been doing? You could have been walking in place. While you was watching that episode, guess what you could have been doing? You could have been doing some at-home exercises. While you was watching that episode, I ain't saying not to watch it. I'm saying be productive while you watching it. I do it all the time. Like, I'll be watching stuff working out. Watching stuff working out. Like, literally, I have certain shows that I put on when I work out and when I'm working out from home. Literally. Get you a show that you don't mind watching and working out to. Like, if you want to do that, But don't say you don't have time, because I don't care if you do 15-minute workout. I don't care if you're doing a 20-minute, 30-minute, 40-minute, an hour workout. I don't care. Doing something is better than doing nothing. And that's the mindset you need to have. Well, at least I did something today. You can pat yourself on the back. You know what? I wasn't able to do my full workout, but I went walking for 15 minutes. I did something today. And you should be proud about that. Like, that's something. I wasn't able to do my full workout today, but I used them 5-pound dumbbells at the house, and I did some arm exercises for 15, 20 minutes. Be proud about that. Like, that's the mindset you got to have. Like, don't have that mindset of I don't have time or I'm too tired. You ain't too tired and you got time, because you get up every day and you go to that job, even when you tired. And you get up and you go to that job even when you ain't feeling good. So don't say you don't have time, man. Like, prioritize yourself by prioritizing your health. That's self-love. You putting your job over your health. You putting your job and making that money over you. No, put you in the front of that. Put you in the front of that. Put you in the front of all of that. Because guess what? Without you, you don't got none of that. You can't do none of that. And I'm gonna tell you something. That job, if that job let you go, guess what happened? They go find somebody else that's gonna come and do the same thing. So don't think you ain't replaceable, right? I'm not saying that in a bad way. What I'm saying is put you first when it comes to your health. Put you first when it comes to your health. Change your mindset, man. You can do this. Don't think you can't. You can. Change your mindset. What else, y'all? I think I'm almost done. I'm probably gonna have to come back and make a part 2 to this. That's usually what happened anyway. But yeah, mindset to health, y'all. Look, start with that small stuff, man. Start with that small stuff. Stop trying to do all this hard stuff and talking about you gonna do some keto and talking about you go buy all these different foods. Man, look, eat the same food you eat. If like I already told you, if you ain't eating 3 times a day, eat the same food you eat, except do it 3 times a day instead of once or twice. Okay? And like I said, every 3.5 to 4 hours, start drinking that water. If you ain't drinking enough water, start drinking more water. And you know if you're drinking enough water or not. If you're drinking 1 bottle a day, that is not enough water. If you're drinking 2 bottles a day, that ain't enough. 3, that ain't enough. 4, okay, now you finally hit 8 cups. Because 8 cups of water is 4 16-ounce bottles. You finally hit 8 cups. Now you want to be drinking more than that, but at least get 4 bottles of water in. That's 8 cups. At least get that. And if you're working out, you should be drinking even more than that because you're sweating and you're using more energy. So it should be nothing to hit that goal. And 4 bottles of water is nothing to do. Literally, you could drink 1 for breakfast, 1 for dinner, 1 for lunch, and then 1 throughout the day. Bam, you got your 4 bottles right there. See? For all those people who's getting ready to make their excuses talking about there was a lot of water, there it is. Easy. Okay. But I don't want to make this podcast too long. I'm doing this real late just because I told myself, like, I'm about to do a podcast. I don't even care. So get ready to see a lot of this. I'm really about to bring out some content, y'all. I really am. But I ain't gonna get into that. That's for another day, another time, another place. But yeah, mindset to health, man. Part 1. I'm gonna call this part 1 because I know I'm gonna come back to it. Mindset to health. Part 1. Remember what I said. Believe in yourself, man. For real. Encourage yourself. Be proud of yourself. And above all, love yourself. Okay? Love yourself, man. For real. Put you first. Okay? Show yourself love by taking care of yourself. Change your mindset about how you're thinking about things. Because you can do those things. And you can make time for those things. No matter what your situation is. You can be healthy through your situation. And I promise you, being more healthy is going to be so beneficial in the long run. I promise you. Okay? So, look, y'all. Again, it's Denzel with Etcetera State of Mind podcast. I was about to say my fitness thing. I'm so used to saying that. And yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining the podcast, man. As always, y'all have a abundantly blessed day, night, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you at. And yeah, man, be sure to hit that like button for your boy. Subscribe to my YouTube. Make sure you follow me on Spotify and all those platforms that has, podcasts on there, Apple Podcasts, and Google, and all that. I'm on there. Do that for me. And yeah, until next time, man, I'm out. Peace and love. Holla!